Up guys, CDLA, and I'm gonna try something different. I don't really have the equipment to do this, but I'm gonna try it to see how it works. I'm gonna take y'all on a ride along so y'all can see my route at least one way to what I do. I go there and I come back, so I'm just gonna show you one way. I'm taking a full trailer full of frames that they used to build for Jeeps. So I'm gonna host this up like this. Hopefully this don't fall. I got this just hanging up there by the coat hanger, so hopefully it don't fall. Hopefully I don't run out of minutes. Hopefully someone don't call. Throw my hazards. Get up out of this plant. Leaving the dock right now. Driving an automatic. I'll say 98% of the trucks around here are automatic, so no manuals. And yeah, so it's very simple what I'm doing on this account. But what I'm excited about today is that NFL games are about to be played today. And I'm hoping I can catch NFL game on the radio tonight. But yeah. So I'm just starting my shift. I start at 4:30 p.m. and work about 10 to 12 hours. So I'm just now leaving at 5:07. Just departing at 5:07, and the guy, this Ryder truck ahead of me, he's on the same account, so he's taking frames as well. So we might just be following right behind him. We will be, but what I'm saying is, if we don't get separated, you'll see me following him, and. Working this type of shift, doing this type of job is it's very simple. I used to load beer trailers at night in the warehouse, and that's very exhausting. Here you do need some stamina somewhat, but the night goes by really fast. You're not doing strenuous labor physically, and as long as you're well rested when you go home, get you some good sleep. Working these nights are pretty much gravy. I plan to be on this shift until my wife graduates from college. It works out with her school schedule and our kids' homeschooling. I get home and get about 6 hours of sleep, and get up, start homeschooling the kids. She may be off to school or have some online classes that she has to do, and then from there I'll go to work and she'll take over. So this schedule works out really well for me, my family. The highway is right up the street. They're keeping articles coming up about driver shortage after the pandemic, and that I always watch that blinking light up there, because once that hand freezes, I know that the light's going to change, and that's my cue to be ready to brake. It's still blinking. But like I said, there's been rumors about driver shortage after the pandemic, and rates going up, and that's why shelves are still empty. Do you guys think that's true? There's another thing where truck companies are trying to get compensation for driver shortages. I forgot what the bill was, or what it was called, or exactly how they were trying to structure this compensation. But they claim that there's a driver shortage. On the other end, drivers are saying there's not a driver shortage. It's just that the value of the job is being diminished. That the drivers are not being treated fairly, paid fair wages, and they're being lied to about what the job entails, and then they're stuck in a situation while they're getting recruited thinking they're going to get one thing, but that's definitely not true. So is it driver shortage or unfair treatment of drivers? From what I've seen, it's been some unfair treatment of drivers. Stories I've heard, I should say, from other drivers. Like not being transparent of what the details of the work is. Like if somebody hired you and say you only got to do 3 loads in a day, and you think, okay, I got 3 loads to do. But then when you go to do those loads, you figure out you got 6 stores each load. It's kind of not a transparent situation. There was a lot of traffic behind me when I was trying to get over, and somebody let me over. So that's what just occurred there. But yeah, if jobs are not being transparent, of course people don't want to stick around. I mean, look at if a manager or an owner tells you one thing, and then as soon as you start the job, it's not what it's been told to you. You already looking at the company like, this is how you value yourself, you know, this is how you treat people. I mean, if you can't trust the company, who wants to stick around for that? So I've never owned a trucking company. I don't know how it feels on the other end, but I would think, you know, it'd be a lot better if I was being transparent so that people knew what they were getting into. Once they knew what they were getting into, since I told them, hopefully they'll respect that and stick around a little longer. As an owner, I know you understand that this may not be a great job to do. It might be a lot of hard work and grit. And maybe the owner did that at first, you know? Who knows? And also they want to get 18-year-olds in the big rigs or something like that. That 18-year-old, I wasn't even clear to me that 18-year-olds couldn't get their CDL or drive over the road. But yeah, they want to do that now. So how do you think that's going to affect drivers? See guys, my route wasn't that long. I'm already getting off the highway. And the place I'm dropping off to is right around the corner. It's like literally around the corner. How many minutes was that? Maybe 8 minutes on the highway. Not even 8 minutes on a highway. Not even. Story about this intersection not too long ago, less than a year ago. Somebody was robbing a bank, and the Ryder truck was pulling out. This guy was coming full speed through the light over here. He robbed the store, ran into the trailer. These 2 people, decapitated himself, and the other guy was seriously injured. I don't know if any of them survived. Moral of the story, earn your money the right way. Right? That thrill was short-lived. right here is a Ryder facility where we get our trucks fuel, maintenance, def, petrol, I should say. Diesel, I should say. Wow. Diesel, we get diesel and def. So we're gonna go under the highway I just came off of. So hopefully that phone has not died or turned off, or somebody has called and interrupted my video. You know what I'm saying? CDLAA, like, share, subscribe. These trains also take the Jeep vehicles and you take them wherever they're going to take them. So now, first thing first is I have to go in here, get my temperature checked, and then they give me a paper like this. They change it every day. Then they give me a paper so that when I'm starting to make the rest of my trips through here, I don't have to stop and get my temperature checked again. So it's like a fast pass on the turnpike or something, easy pass. Just like that. And where I just came from the dock, if you go look at my video previous to this one, you can see exactly what I do before I leave the dock. How I plug in, get loaded, and how long it takes. So, come up here. The far right lane is to just pass once you have your paper that you are not having a temperature. This paper lets them know you're not having a temperature and you may not be at risk for the coronavirus. Like I say, the color of that paper, what's on that paper changes every day. Like it might be a lion instead of a ribbon or something like that. So if you can see that, see the guy he's getting out, he's getting his temperature checked. And I'm gonna unbuckle, put on my mask. I'm so tired of these masks, man, I'm telling you. I always go in the store, get to the door, and realize I don't have my mask. Man, that is so irritating. I'm done with these masks, bro. I'm done. So as you can see, first shift had a ribbon. Now I have a Jeep. So I just place that in the window and they know for the rest of the day, I'm good to just come through. Easy pass. So I'm already at this facility. Fiat Chrysler. I'm here, like, I do this, I drop this empty load here, I unhook, pick up an empty and go back to where I came from. I do that 8 to 11 times a night. Now, coming from the beer industry where I had to take my load and pick every single case, put it on a hand cart, delivered to each store, up the steps, down the steps, uphill, downhill, climbing my bay doors. You know, those bay doors are heavy. getting product from the top, irritating my shoulders, pulling the cart, irritating my wrist, my back. This job, man, I love this. I love this. You know, I say the only thing about this job is that you're gonna do some hours. You know, and trucking is hours anyway. You do time in trucking. Usually how it is. You do 10 to 12. We work 6-day weeks. Not every week. We work 6-day weeks. Not every week. See? Let's make that clear. See, I don't know if you can see that. He's just pulling in the racks now. See, we opened up the back, and he's about to drop those racks to and unhook. Another truck's going to take those racks, this trailer, and put it in the door down there, and then he brings back an empty. This one sitting right here that's facing us, that's not open, is an empty. He's going to unhook. I'm going to just back up so you can see. I'll let you see him do it. Hopefully you can see this process. Because I'm going to really be doing the same thing, but if you can see my guy doing it, great. So what he's going to do, he's going to unhook. He's probably dropping his landing gear, it looks like. And then once he unhooks, he's going to pick up this one right here. It's 522. So like I said, sometimes there are no empties here, and we have to wait 20 minutes to an hour for an empty to show up, especially around their lunchtime here. Sometimes they run out of empties and then they go on lunch, and then so we're just sitting over here waiting for them to get off of lunch to bring us an empty. So he unhooked, he dropped his landing gear. He's about to come around, as you can see, and he's going to hook up to his empty. So he's taking that empty, which means there are no more empties here. One may be showing up soon. But that'll be the one I'll be waiting for. CDLA. So you see that? He's going to write down his trailer number on his paperwork. That, okay, I'm bringing back this trailer. So they do keep track of all of that. I see some trailers down there. Looks like they're pulling this way, so we'll see. Very simple, guys. Very simple. So he's hooking up his air lines, electric lines, and now he's gonna pick up his landing gear. This about the hardest, you're gonna do. That's the work. Unhooking and hooking. And other than that, you're gonna just be driving, So let him roll out. Boom. He's good. Like, I could have put the trailer anywhere. I could have drove and unhooked and everything, but I just wanted you guys to see how it goes, so we just watched my partner right there. that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. CDLA, and make sure, make sure y'all subscribe. Remember, you are. I was gonna say it backwards, but be safe, driver.